just a few comments and questions that for our guests. I'm not going to pass out, it's going to take too long to pass around the mic. So can I just see a hand, and then I'll call on you and then shout it out. Right, well, I can get the mic to you easily.
All right. There's a great website called localharvest.org, and that's really all I wanted to say. So you ran away too soon. I think you have your mic back.
Okay, Jerry's going to do that on that side. Okay, so any comments or questions right here?
I have a question. For one of the things that was spoken about in the movie was the lack of access for low-income families to these better organic and sustainable foods. What I'd like to ask is, what resources do we have in Hampton Roads to make the local and organic foods accessible to our low-income families outside of the farmers market vouchers from the WIC program?
Who would you like to answer this?
Anybody that would have any information on that.
Bev, stand up, Bev, please.
One of the first concerns that we had when we chose the location on Church Street was it accessible for a low income, and it is on a bus route. That was one of the first things. We do take EBT cards, or now it's called SNAP. So we're trying to do our parts, and we're trying to figure out with our staff how we could do a CSA for low to moderate income, but we're going to need some subsidy to figure out how to do that. So if anybody's got ideas, we're all over it.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes, can you shout that?
What are the resources around here for the grass-fed cows and chickens?
What are the resources around here for grass-fed cows and chickens? John? Here you go.
Folk Quiver Farm, they have a lot of products available, and I know they follow the Joel Salatin methods.
And is that purchased, like I could go there and purchase it, or is it stuff that I'd have to order?
You have to go on their website and then maybe call them as well.
Okay. Okay.
Someone's here. Okay, so yeah, and then I mean there are a smattering of other people who, like our farm, we have eggs that are I don't know what Weeping Radish has. They have to.
Yeah, they have it down that thing. Yeah, well, it's still Currituck County.
So there are some new possibilities for that now.
Okay, any other questions here? Any in the balcony? Any comments? Right here.
Over here.
Okay, first right here. Thank you.
Local doesn't mean organic, am I right?
That's correct. Local is not necessarily organic. That is a really good question, and one I can't even answer exactly, because I know some local farmers who use chemicals, and sometimes I would almost prefer their food than something that came from 3,000 miles away or from another country that was labeled organic. I know, I'm not an expert on this exactly, but I have heard people say that some of the food from China that's stamped organic, it just depends upon which inspector you paid how much to get which stamp on which food. Now, I don't know that to be a fact, but so yeah, of course, first choice, local and organic. Very best choice. And yeah, there's a lot more to that as well, but
There's probably only one state that you could, even in this country, and that's California certified. It takes 4 years to get certified. And I don't think any other state has quite adopted that thing. So it's still better to take a chance and do your own
certified
research.
in what?
Organic.
Well, it's a federal program now.
I know it is, but the state program in California is really the true standard for organics. But the thing they do is go and see. Don't just trust. If you can go to your source and check it. That's what he's talking about local. This fellow here has a question.
I used to be a seed saver years ago, and so what can be done as a group of people here to save seeds, and also what can really be done about Monsanto and their march to take over all the seeds in the United States, because that's what they really want to do.
Oh, and they're being successful at it.
I work with some seed cleaners in my county a lot. Well, he's got a question.
Honey.
And I save my own seeds for my vegetables now, and I don't think Monsanto's will knock my door down. So every chance you can, is on a small basis, do it. But these people who are selling their products out there, that's who's really being scrutinized. And like you say, this guy that they went after, they didn't expect to win, they just expected to break him, and that's what they did, illegally.
For vegetable seeds, there are several companies for vegetable seeds that Southern Exposure is a prominent one, and they're a Virginia company. They sell organic, open pollinated seeds, and actually look for Virginia farmers to do some of their seed saving for them.
This lady just brought it to attention. There is a book out in a program, like Seed Savers Exchange.
Try and find heirloom seeds versus hybrid seeds, because you're the only ones that will be true to the plant.
One problem with Monsanto and their seeds is once they're pollinated, you're not getting it back. You know, that's something important that everyone should consider, that once those seeds are mixed, you're not going to extract them back to their original form. Also on the organic question, sometimes there can be local farms that may be very close to organic, but know that the certification takes a very long time and is very expensive. And you may be actually getting what would be considered an organic product, but it's very expensive, and there's a lot to go through just to get that. So, and just a quick question on the soil guy I talked to is what can we do at a local level, CSA, whatever, about like the topsoil crisis? What can we do about that to kind of thwart those efforts? Because
To thwart the loss of topsoil and the pollution, well, buy food from those of us who are doing the right thing in the soil. That's number one. And Joel Salatin said that in the radio show today, when he was on, about can we feed the world? And he said, well, you know, he said he knew a lot of farmers who took food home every time they went to a farmer's market. Try to get your farmers to go home empty-handed at the end of the market day, and encourage them. And another, I mean, there's a lot to any question asked here tonight, so it's hard to narrow it down. But for example, getting farmers who are good stewards, as Rick used that term, good stewards of the land, on land, is actually kind of challenging. In Virginia Beach, we're looking at just a fairly modest sized farm, 20 acres, and the price on it is so high, I don't know if it will ever come to terms and get that. Yes, we will. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Right. Thank you.
John,